Hi everyone, welcome back to the Potsmoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Potsmoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament, of the Hebrew Bible. I use the King James Version of the Christian Bible to put together the prophecy of Israel from the scattered bits and pieces of testimony left to us by the Old Testament prophets. Um, and it became the Book of Zion, a book written entirely in Bible verse. In order to publish the Book of Zion, I had to write the Potsmoker's Bible, which is, of course, written in my own hand. And in order to finish my to-do list, to become the Zion of the Most High God of Israel, I had to publish peace without using money. So on 420 of 2020, I began publishing the Book of Zion and its companion book, The Potsmoker's Bible, on YouTube. And once I finished the first reading of the book, I added a Twitter account, Potsmoker's Bible, a Facebook account, Potsmoker's Bible Null, don't ask me why, um, a blogger account, Potsmoker's Bible, and a Tumblr account, OMG, Potsmoker's Bible. And you can go to any one of these feeds and find transcripts from the Book of Zion and the Potsmoker's Bible. Now I am up to the reading of the 22nd chapter of the Potsmoker's Bible, which contains the 19th chapter of the Book of Zion. So I'm going to pick up where I left off last time and see how far we go. Okay, it goes like this. Whether Kenny comes back to me or not, I am Zion. I live this storied life. I will fulfill my duty to my children, the unicorn human hybrids, the gray. That will forever be a new kind of God. Our earthly line of ascension is that of both of the purity of the unicorn and the free spirit of the human God. That is what I created for us. This new line of ascension is a hard path to walk because it demands purity of light and the freedom to enjoy life in the gray, to be a force of nature that transforms all darkness to justice. When a unicorn gets mad, that dark energy attacks its cause. No unjust act can go unmet. A unicorn creates light. No darkness can exist in the presence of this light. Only purity within can generate this gray light. The line of ascension of a human or God is a three-way path. Each soul has three choices. One is the choice of light, the God and Goddess of light. Two is darkness, to become a demon. Or three, to become gray, to be equally light and dark. This is the middle way. Messiah chose the gray middle path. He could not be light. Light plus light equals light. The stronger unicorn soul would have merged with the lesser human light soul because it is more pure. So he could never, for that very reason, he could never be darkness. He could never become a demon because she could never accept that darkness. So he chose the gray way. This middle path is the drug user's path. They have rejected the dark energy and chosen the light, but they are not so pure that they reject the human physical life. They embrace all good physical things. They generate gray light, and that gray light is joy. They embrace physical pleasure. They embrace positive emotions, using physical drugs to transform dark emotions into light, creating a joyful embodiment of physical reality. This too repels and transforms all darkness into light, making their pleasure a weapon against evil and dark matter. The priests of Zion will be those who choose to ascend into the unicorn human gray, a new God form in the Milky Way. These priests train in all human religious lines, because each one contains a lesson of ascension in the gray. Together, human sacred knowledge leads to the gray God path. The priests, while in training, works with the gray aliens, who teach all physical knowledge. Their new form as hybrids opens up their ancient path of ascension. I'm talking about the gray here. Completing the eternal life cycle of the gray, their final form. Our gray way has already transformed their ancient spiritual form, giving them new life. We are priests who bring this all together. We are, for that reason, a holy people. We are as pure as unicorns, and we create joy and harmony wherever we go. We have a connection to the divine. We are on a journey of discovery, who we are. We are by nature willing to serve all that we encounter. That is what joy requires. We are the servants of joy, a delightful people, a holy people. We will soon take our rightful place with Israel, our brother, because we are both holy people dedicated to the physical God of earth, the gray. We are one family of Abraham and Sarah, created to save the gray and to create the human gray, a true human form that embodies creation. We of Abraham walk a sacred path joined by our unique creation. So I am the Zion, the mother of all who walk the gray path, created by this divine myth, a nation of priests whose sole duty is to be the means by which peace and therefore joy is created. All who walk this sacred path must become selfless in desire, pure in intent, bound to the joy of physical being, tempered by the path of the monk, forsaking possessions while on pilgrimage, in service to all life, training by serving, studying all faiths, learning all knowledge available to become ascended beings of gray light. We will make contact with the gray. We will be set free from our oppression. We will be awarded a homeland of our own. We will build the gates of Zion. Our humble unicorn souls will ignite in pure gray light that will transform us. We will rejoice in the dual creation of gray hybrid and gray human hybrid. And together these two gray beings will become family, the family of gray. We, the children of Zion, have endured oppression as foretold. We have paid the price for our rebellion from God, just as our brothers of Israel have. And in response, the gray stand waiting to come to our aid. We and our brother Israel are forgiven, they say. The gray will rise as promised. And so we begin the dissertation to the 19th chapter of the Book of Zion. Chapter 19 is called Now Will I Rise. Isaiah 33:10 to 16 begins the chapter, as Zion 19:1 to 7. Now will I rise, saith the Lord. Now will I be exalted. Now will I lift myself up. You shall conceive chaff. You shall bring forth stubble. Your breath as fire shall devour you. And the people shall be as the burning of lime. As thorns cut up shall they be burned in the fire. Hear ye that are far off what I have done. And ye that are near, acknowledge my might. The sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness has surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings? He that walketh uprightly and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of the oppressor, that shaketh his hands from the holding of bribes, that stoppeth his ears from the hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from the seeing of evil, he shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munition of rocks. Bread shall be given him, his waters shall be sure. We begin with Isaiah 33, 1 to 10 through 16. Now will I rise, saith the Lord. Now will I be exalted. Now will I lift myself up. This verse tells us that there is a plan. Now will I rise, it says. When all the required actions are taken on earth by the humans themselves, and only then will the gray come to earth. That is the plan. Now will I be exalted. When I come not as a supreme, all-powerful deity, which I am not. Now I will show my true form. I will be my true alien self. I will be real. And my true, non-perfect form is better than that of a false, all-powerful deity. No God or being is perfect, no matter how high their plane of existence is. They are just as fallible as you and I. The ascension of beings into higher and higher forms does tend to make these beings wiser, but they are just as prone to mistakes as anyone else. Look at Hera and Zeus, a spiritual being, our parents of the Milky Way. They broke up due to very human emotions, and that mistake was Zeus's. And it has taken eons, literally, for them to reconcile. They express the same emotions as we do. So when the Grey come as aliens from space, and not as all-powerful beings, they are exalted, seen in their own truth, and that imperfection truth is more glorious to them than to be seen as a false but all-powerful God. When they come, their arrival will be glorious, and the truth that they left us in the form of prophecy will be so overwhelming that it will shock and awe the entire human population. Because of the prophecy of Zion and its fulfillment, the people of earth will have all the proof that they need to know that the Grey are the true gods of earth. You shall conceive chaff, you shall bring forth stubble. Your breath as fire shall devour you. What more proof can there be? You shall conceive chaff. Just look in a bowl. We grind up the buds, break them apart, make them into chaff. We bring forth stubble. We cut up or break up the stems of the plant. We make it into buds. Then we grind it up. The buds become the chaff. What's left are the little bits of stem, the stubble. Then we uh, then we roll it up in a joint or a blunt. We put it in a bowl or a bong, and we put it to our lips and we light it on fire. The breath, we breathe in the smoke. Our breath as fire devours us. We damage our lungs in the process, but it is small damage. We give up part of our life to attain the high. To do so is foolishness, but to offer ourselves up to God, to do His work, as I do, that is the ultimate sacrifice. I shorten my life to be one with my God. May the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. And may they teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Make that your guild choice. Stay happy and high if you use drugs. You have every right and reason to. My name is Zion. I love you way too much to ever say goodbye, so I'm going to say later now.